Hey guys, it's Friday, 12:50 p.m. I've scrolled on my phone for hours on end. Every new feel activates a different thought in my mind, a different piece of the puzzle I need to solve. All this is just some stuff I push myself into by escaping the one thing I need to stack focus on. And as I keep changing topic to topic, one area of thought to another, not only do I build a habit of switching about, thinking things way too often and saturate my focus, I also learn to not focus on the right thing for too long. That, I think, is one of the fundamental pillars for controlling your attention, like the top 1%. But how do this top 1% manage their attention in a world where platforms and distractions want to eat each other up from you and me? It's one of the ultimate skills to reaching closer to finding your true potential. Maybe we'll find out. Think of your total focus like the body of a tree. As you progressively go further from bottom to top, you'll see the body branches into multiple sub branches, and then those will have more branches, and then it has leaves, hanging fruits, and it all looks like a beautiful tree, and you just want to eat the fruits. You're probably thinking, oh, then we just gotta be not like the tree at all, right? Because it's so clear. Why bother branching out when you should just focus on one thing, right? Well, yes and no. Well, you can't exactly help but branch out, you see. Some of us, unless you're an overworking maniac, have a life outside of it, which keeps us recharged. There's families, friends, random hobbies, and so much more to do. Now, suddenly you want to start a business, let's say, or maybe two. Maybe you're a programmer and don't exactly want to sacrifice learning a certain framework while picking up another because that's what's in trend right now. Speaking from personal experience, of course. I'm also in this position a lot. Now you keep branching out and branching out and branching out some more, and then some more. However, a tree first branches out into two, and then those have more branches and those have more. But if I start out by having 56 branches right at first, how am I ever going to grow all of them? All of them are now growing equally slowly for sure, but if I can keep up maybe 10 years down the line, they will bear all the fruits. But right now, it's gonna be that much harder for any one of them to show me any significant results before I just burn myself out by dividing all my attention into so many branches and give up on all of them together until I start this vicious cycle all over again. And for a lot of us, including myself, of course, we've been there and we keep wondering why, despite putting so much time and effort into something, we don't see any results in any of the skills we invest in. Why can't we seem to focus on anything that we want to? What is wrong with us? Frustration grows and stacks up, and I'm right there with you. This has happened to me as well. And I hope this is vulnerable and relatable enough to know that I'm not here scouring to dose your brain with more dopamine. The top 1% of people who can control their attention to achieve the things they want understand trade offs between time and attention. While you and I can't decide if dropshipping or affiliate marketing or to learn stack in JavaScript or databases or both is the next gold mine, the masters of attention take little calculated risks and are extremely picky about what part they want to invest their attention in. And I don't think they do that just for their work. They work the same 7 hours a day. But what and how they spend those hours working on, I think, is more crucial. More focused work on one important modality, I think, is far more important than juggling between five lesser important ones. I think more focus per second is more important than more seconds of focus. And as you progress more and more into something, whether it's business, language, science, math, relationships, everything is going to branch out into a million parts, and nobody is going to tell you which branches to prioritize to invest your attention in. But that's value for another day. And if you'd like that value, comment and let me know. Plus, subscribe. Let's say you do know what's important and what to put your attention into, but how do you actually do it? What does it even mean to put your attention into something? I think for me, it means a few things. First of all, making sure your attention isn't being diverted somewhere else with you not even realizing it. This means asking yourself, am I worried about something? Does something bother, attract, or make me feel in some way that I'm constantly getting distracted? Which is probably yes, up to some extent, and that's normal. And what's worked for me is for some time, build a certain amount of tolerance to ignore those emotions. These 2, 3, or 4 hours, what's in hand is more important for me to do than everything else out there. That might be chilling or watching a show if you decide to rest, or that might be solving complex differential equations. I don't know. There's no way around building a certain level of discomfort around something to have better focus. Because if you can't do that, then you will be stuck in this endless loop of YouTube videos, hoping some video in some corner is going to present some magical, complicated system for you to avoid discomfort. And I can assure you, the top 1% have built up a really strong level of resistance about other things when they're working on one particular thing. Better yet, they might just have stacked up or combined other things to that one thing that they're extremely passionate about working on, and that so that focus doesn't divert them unless something more serious like a divorce, which is going to split your net worth into half, happens. They're picky about creating branches. I'm about to do the same, hopefully. Not because I care about being the top 1% by any means, but being able to set laser focus on command. It's really relaxing and meaningful, I feel like. And this channel is not just about fluff, it's about value, testing, and seeing what truly works for me. So I will update you with how this goes. I hope you will follow it. Now we got to keep in mind that this is just one framework of one thing that can possibly work, one piece of the puzzle. People might have other workarounds, ways they would like to think about it, and I welcome those as long as they have better and lasting impact. Because I'm just someone enthusiastic about working on how to learn and find results harder, creatively, quicker, and smarter.